And we're back, solo casting for just a little bit here. Ravenite had to step away from his computer for a bit. We're back into picks and bans. No reason to stall these out. Same bans as previous game so far. Vayne ban and Kale ban. So we'll have to see what, if anything, the teams decide to change here. I would imagine some component of that AoE wombo is going to get banned out by Do You Even Test. I guess I got to turn the overlay off for a minute. We'll have to see whether they thought the Maokai or the Jarvan or the Jinx was
I'm back.
most impactful there. All right, they've started. Stream is live. They've started picks and bans.
Okay. So same three of the same bands before.
Yep.
They swapped up a player.
Yes. Just to include everyone, they swapped support.
Okay. So we're gonna see. So now that the picks have switched, they can't try their little Syndra pick away thing. Not that it really did much for them. But I can't, like, you think they're gonna give them any of the champions for, like, want to give them any of the champions from last game?
I think they are going to want to take away at least like one of the key components in the AoE comp. But maybe they're the things that they're banned were just they think are too scary. Okay, so there's the Maokai, and that's really what makes, after you fall behind, winning a team fight just kind of impossible. Jarvan, and Jinx, while they do go good together, there's ways of outplaying that. Maokai, once he's ahead, is a little hard to outplay.
I think we might see a Syndra first pick here into Yorick top lane. I know they like running that comp a lot.
Syndra certainly has the sustained damage to make use of the Yorick ult.
Yep. I've seen them run it multiple times before. And also, I think it's pretty clear that Morpheus is a bit of a better player in the top lane, but maybe not like on a team level. So giving free a laner like Yorick is a good choice.
They're really thinking about this first pick here.
Is he also casting with us, or casting himself? Or?
It is quite possible.
Okay.
Do I actually have him in my list? I don't think I do. Just repaste the bands so that he can see them.
Oh, called it. Syndra first pick. Let's see if I'm right on the second half of that with Yorick.
They can really pick the Yorick up at any time, though. Because
yeah, it's not a priority pick, but I have a suspicion it's coming. Archaeotix looks like he also plays Lulu mid. Might see a Lulu.
Lulu is a little bit harder to CS with than one might expect, particularly because almost at no point in the game does your Q by itself actually clear the wave, but it leaves minions sort of just low enough so that you barely have time to auto-attack them. It's a little annoying. Sometimes you kind of want to auto-attack them first and then Q, but puts you in a little bit of danger for getting traded on.
Yep. So something you often see after a lost game one is teams going back to their comfort picks. Like a lot of those picks seemed a bit out of their comfort zone. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Lulu mid, Kate bot maybe a Skarner jungle. If he still plays that.
He definitely plays Skarner. He
He's
private
a top
message.
lane Skarner player,
He
though.
Yes, but I played Skarner Jungler solo queue game, and he made a point of mentioning it and giving me a thumbs up. So I would
Okay.
suspect he still plays it.
Yeah. Let's see
This
what the next pick
this
is.
pick ban phase was obviously not quite as well prepared by both teams. That first
Yep.
pick ban phase went pretty quick.
Well, I bet you the discussion on first pick was, they gave us Syndra. Do they have a plan? I don't think they have a plan. Maybe they have a plan. I think they have a plan, and then they just pick Syndra anyway. I don't think there's anything else that's like. I mean, is Jinx contested? Maybe like.
Yeah, I mean, so if they don't have, they had really good peel for Jinx that last game. And Jinx definitely needs some of that peel. So
Ziggs. Okay.
Ziggs and Skarner.
I was watching Summoning Insight yesterday, and apparently, like Ziggs is like won barely any, if any, games in OGN this season.
Yeah,
Obviously, this
he's
is an OGN, but
so I think I don't know if it was mentioned, but a lot of the kind of weaker teams of everything's in
played Ziggs.
perspective.
Yeah.
Everything in perspective, right? A lot of the kind of we're gonna try and take it to late game teams are playing Ziggs, and the two teams that are doing the best are Arrows and White or Blue, I think. Um, and they both, as soon as they get a small lead, they just kill you with it. The Arrows slightly less consistently, but they're also a bit more explosive.
Yep. So there's that Jinx fiddle. Yeah.
Worked for them last time. They were a bit
Yeah.
down in CS early,
Well,
but
so
not.
they were up quite a bit at the very beginning, but then Fiddle died twice. Remember?
Yes.
That's probably what happened.
Yeah, the Eve had some good pressure early, but didn't really have the late game impact that you normally would see from an Eve, and probably just because of the gold disadvantage. It's really hard for you to come in on a flank when your team's down 5k gold.
Yep. Yeah, ain't broke, don't fix it.
At this level of play, certainly. Sometimes you can, if you're locked into a specific comp, although their comp was pretty flexible. The only thing they didn't really have was a solid way to deal with like a 1-3-1
Yep.
with a lot of wave clear on the 3. Although, I mean, I guess their way to deal with that was to just dive the 3 and then race towers.
Okay, so we got 2 more picks. So we got. I'm guessing that's Skarner jungle, unless they're like mixing everything up and he's going top. So we got Skarner Ziggs. I'm not sure those two really go together.
Well, Ziggs does have quite a lot of burst.
That's true.
And they'll actually have very good zone control around a lot of the chokes with Skarner and Ziggs.
That's true. Actually, I don't know how possible this is, but you might be able to just drag them through the entire minefield.
That would be pretty hilarious.
That would be that would bring a tear to my eye.
But yeah, I think it's. I mean, it's not like the strongest synergy ever. The ganks are going to be, pretty weak in that mid lane.
But. Yep. So there you go. See, So we're going back to comfort picks. We got Yasakura and Skarner, who's like his most played by far. Cyber Sage playing Caitlyn. I don't know if what the ... plays a lot of Nami.
Well, Caitlyn Nami is just really strong lane. Yep. Fiddle is going to basically have to only trade back. He's not really going to be able to initiate any trades. Otherwise, he's just going to get autoed to death. And it's so scary. Caitlyn just hits you with one auto and then gets a free Q, and you're probably going to have to flash a Nami bubble as soon as you eat that first auto. Jinx will actually be able to trade back fairly well, but then Nami will just sustain Caitlyn back up after that trade. So we'll have to see. Jinx certainly has a much more explosive mid game. Capable of kind of snowballing, where Caitlyn is more kind of about lane control, making sure that the lanes are always pushed, and Ziggs is going to do that too. So,
you think there's any chance of some mind games here where that's Fiddle jungle?
I would guess not, but
yeah, I just looked. He doesn't have any reasonable number of games, but that'd be cool. So I'm betting you we're going to see. Like, York makes a lot of sense to me here. I know they like the champion, especially with Syndra. Yep. And it's good against Skarner.
It certainly is.
Yeah. And J4, once again, Imperfect don't fix it. I think this is possibly a weaker team comp in their last game. Like, the Jinx Fiddle or the J4 Fiddle is not really fitting in the same place as the Syndra York sort of deal.
Yeah, we'll have to see. They're going to have, again, not the best wave clear, particularly in a full-on siege against Ziggs and Caitlyn. So we'll have to see what they round out their composition with. I would really like to see another champion that is good at sieging here. Nami will be able to disengage pretty well for J4 or Fiddle. And they just need a way to apply pressure. Aurelia, okay, so 4-1 split also works.
I don't understand Aurelia. There are some games where you feel really good when you're playing Aurelia, but then there are other games where it's like you feel good until you get to the point of the game where you don't actually do anything.
Yes, Aurelia definitely has a very particular power spike at pretty much at Triforce.
So she's actually a decent matchup into York, because
I believe you have talked about this matchup before.
Oh yeah, we played that. That was in this game, wasn't it? Yeah. Aha. Yeah, I have talked about this. Was it the same players even? No.
You can briefly recap.
Okay, pretty much Aurelia can Blade Surge Yorick ghouls with her He-10 style up to get a bunch of health back if she wants to expend some mana.
So just waiting for both of the teams to be ready to get into this game.
Yep. So yeah, we'll see if this Aurelia plays the lane a bit different than the last one that we saw.
So have you been playing much League?
I was just on vacation for a week, so my internet was pretty bad. So, and then I had a hard drive failure that wasn't fixed until today. So I played in about 2 weeks, except for one game. But I was playing a lot of Top Alistar. Top Alistar is good stuff.
He is just a very rewarding champion to play.
Yep. He's so fun, so much fun too, though. Like, not fun to play against. Like, that's miserable, but so much fun. Especially like when you're on point and you're hitting all of your headbutt pulverize combos.
Yeah. Mini Malphite ult, pretty good.
Yep. But honestly, like I don't even try and combo that often. It's just like headbutting advantageously is often great. I was playing against someone.
Yeah, particularly when you get the headbutt auto.
Yep. Oh, headbutt auto is key. It's like, wait, headbutt has a 1.0 AD ratio? I didn't realize. Oh, and it scales with Sheen? Oh.
And you can't trade back?
Oh, so good. I think one of my favorite plays was, I don't even remember what champion I was playing against. The guy just was being aggressive on me, like sort of close to tower. I just walked past him, headbutted into tower, and then just stunned him and killed him. And I was like, what are you doing? I'm Alistar.
Yep, he's pretty annoying to play against. It's
Also a
not,
great Yorick counter pick.
seems pretty good, yeah.
Just like, I mean, like if you really want to just have Yorick do nothing, just max heal.
Yeah. And,
But anyway, there's no Alistar in this game.
Yep, Riot. You know, there's only a couple champions where mana is still a thing. But for pretty much everyone else, it's almost not a thing anymore.
Yeah. Some champions, mana's still a thing, but for everything else, there's a MasterCard.
Yep, I like how Riot was like, Jungle Alistar was too annoying to play against, so we'll buff support Alistar because you can at least have a little bit of counterplay, and then it's like, you do know that like he has good AP ratios, right?
I mean, honestly, his AP ratios aren't even that good anymore.
Oh, that's fair.
What he does have is a ridiculous AD steroid and huge damage reduction. Like his total combo, 1.2 AP with like 0.1 per second. Like, actually not that high.
That's fair. But he also has, you know,
I mean, he also
some of the best CC in the game.
Ratio. Great, yeah.
And he can dive. It's yeah.
Yep. It's like, yeah, level 6. If you have them anywhere below like 40% health, you just pop ult, walk under their tower, and kill them.
Yeah, and you know, even if your jungler comes, they can be at full health, and you can do the same thing.
Yep. Like, props to them for killing Jungle Alistar, because like really it is annoying.
And you think lane Alistar is less annoying?
Well, okay. So lane Alistar, like there are ways to trade with him. Notably, anyone that has like a body slam demolishes Alistar.
I can see this.
Because he goes for a headbutt, body slam interrupts it. It does no damage if you time it right. But like Jungle Alistar, pretty much it's a kill. You walk in the lane and it's a kill.
Or you burn a flash, yeah.
Yeah, we should probably talk about like the actual game. Now that it's about to start. I don't like Ignite on Aurelia, I don't think.
Yeah, teleport. I feel even if you can get a couple early kills, I feel teleport's still gonna be better.
It's just feeding into the like I'm Aurelia, I can kill things, I'm invincible like mythology.
It would actually be really, really good for which side? Going Navdeep should probably do a 2v1 here, initiate a 2v1 on this Aurelia.
Oh my god, yeah, they see that? 2v1 would be brutal.
No teleport. Yorick has the TP.
Yeah.
They do have to be a little bit careful. You know, Riot's made a bunch of changes so that the dragon is actually relevant, but it would really shut Aurelia down, delay that Trinity Force spike.
Yeah, on the other hand, you lose Yorick's early game potential, but I'm not sure that really matters.
Yes.
Because part of that potential is the fact that he could just sit in a 2v1 lane and be perfectly happy.
Also, I think this game, the bot lane matchup is definitely one-sided in favor of Kate Nami early. There's not really much pressure on that lane from the Jinx Fiddle unless Jarvan comes in.
Yep.
I guess Nami can get over aggressive and maybe get boxed in by Jinx traps. But besides that, you just kind of sit back, keep casting E on Caitlyn, and she can chunk away.
Yep.
The lane swap, I feel, would also be beneficial in maybe preventing Skarner from getting all the farming he wants to get done early.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Although it really depends what's going on in the pro play. We've been seeing a lot of jungle follows. That's probably not actually the optimal strategy at this level of play, just because the level of coordination is not quite as good, and so like catching all of the big minion waves and things is much harder than kind of just sitting in lane and soaking up XP, especially on someone like York.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that there have been that many lane swaps in the Grumble. I know there were a few back before all the changes when there was almost no reason not to do them, but
I heard there was some game where there was a bot top swap on one team and a bot mid swap on the other team.
Pretty funny.
I think Team 5 may have been doing lane swaps.
Mid swaps with Karma are pretty good. She has a lot of really strong jungle control early from the mid lane.
Yeah. What happened to Karma?
She just falls off late game, and with the ADC item changes and the top lane meta, it's very rare for the games to end in 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's true. It's sort of sad. Old Karma was like Bruiser's best friend.
Yep.
Percent HP heal. That's fair. She was so good on 3v3.
Only 2 skins in this game. The jungler's duking it out.
Yeah. That's some low tier play right there. Like, we should probably just stop casting. It's not worth it.
Caitlyn does have new splash, so maybe just shut that off.
I like old splashes.
When the art was actually like unique.
Yeah.
So we have the same.
Which skin are you thinking is better?
I have the same issue.
Yeah,
here.
me too.
I need to mess around with it.
I think it's me too. So
I
don't think you can fix it.
Riot bug.
Yeah. So which skin do you think is better?
All right, here we go.
I feel like that Jarvan skin's trying too hard.
I personally like the style of the Earth Rune Skarner.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Gotta pause.
Yep.
But
you know why?
I would guess someone had the same problem that we did.
I'm looking.
Let's see, can I actually change the portraits right now? I can.
I have chat open, but the Nexus lens flare is covering it. Skype hates blue team, so looks like we have some voice comm problems.
Okay. Maybe someone was DDoSing them on Skype.
Yep. More likely that it was just some sad person DOSing them by themselves. I doubt that.
The pause.
Someone's
quite relaxing. I'm actually looking forward to the visual update, Summoner's Rift.
I'll probably be salty about it for a couple weeks, and then it'll grow on me. I still miss original Summoner's Rift with the stupidly oversaturated things.
It certainly has some nostalgia.
It's not gonna have the champion graveyard anymore. Well, I guess this one doesn't have it either. It's only the Halloween map. Okay, so we're starting again. Cool.
Yep. Level 1s, I don't think either team has particularly big advantage here, so...
I can't click on the minimap, can you?
The minimap's working fine for me.
Okay.
We got the spam pings going, playing a song for us.
I'm good now. There we go.
Fiddle looks like he's going to ward own blue buff.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Throws down a ward. That was a trinket ward.
So they didn't conveniently line up for us this game. Ooh.
Yeah, there's no catch potential on either of these teams, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, looking at going Navdeep, they're like the saddest level 1 team ever. Like level 2, hello CC, but they have 2 champions that need 2 spells to stun someone.
Yep.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
So we'll see if anyone tries a late invade here. Just more posturing. Alright, so they did get a ward down at blue buff after 55 seconds, so they'll be able to see if that buff is actually done.
Yep.
And again, a lot of trinket wards down early, so that level 3 gank, there's basically going to be no wards on the map for that.
Minions have spawned.
Okay, thank you for the suggestion, Navdeep. That's what you think, Morpheus. So let's see.
Just bot side jungle start from both, so yeah. Neither top laner has an escape. Well, they'll probably be trading fairly often too, so.
So Nami's got 1 fewer health potion and no mana potion, but has that ward.
Yep.
So how does that change what you were saying about bot lane trading?
It shouldn't actually change much. Nami has sustain from her W.
Right.
So.
But yeah, okay.
Nami could run out of mana. That's a real concern. But Skarner making Jarvan a little nervous there. Went from blue to blue.
Yep.
Syndra's coming over. Drops a ward.
I'm not sure this is in favor for Skarner. Like I think he's just wasting time.
Well, Aurelia, he gave a lot of time for Aurelia to push up the lane. Hit level 2. Yorick's still level 1.
Yep.
So
No Syndra's helping.
basically, Skarner put himself a little bit behind, but Ziggs is gonna come out ahead here.
Syndra, not sure. She might have missed like 2 CS or something.
Oh, yep, okay. Pretty good job.
She missed cannon. Okay.
So yeah, Caitlyn Nami coming out pretty solidly ahead in this lane.
Oh, here we go. Top
Yep.
lane.
Flash burned. Got the
Might
red
not be
buff.
enough. Yeah.
I don't think so, yep. Red buff is pretty strong.
Slow. Jarvan's
Nope.
back now.
Okay. Might die though. The towers
Nope.
barely made it.
So, Caitlyn's taking a bunch of damage on bot.
Oh, yeah. Probably got a little too aggro under the tower.
And they're way up in health.
They are, but Jinx
All I
gets
know.
back a surprising amount of health just by quickly attacking the... But yeah, Nami trades pretty well with the double W.
Yeah, that was clutch. So yeah, looks like we're seeing CS advantage across the board for Demon Test, except for that Fiddlesticks holding it down.
Yeah, picking up a few CS with his Dark Wind. It's pretty unavoidable if you're trying to trade.
So how do you think that interacts with him getting Frost Queens? Like, do you think it's a concern?
No, not really.
Aurelia just took a ton of damage from some ghosts.
The Frost Queens is, a lot of it is just about the mana sustain and the extra damage.
Okay. But the extra damage you lose it for that when you steal the CS. Right?
Yep. I don't think it's super relevant.
Gang got top lane. Yorick doesn't have flash, so
And that new Skarner Q. But honestly, Yorick can die a couple times, and it's
but
fine.
he would have been in a really great place if he hadn't died there, because you were starting to see why no teleport Aurelia has problems, because she was getting pretty low on health and mana.
Yeah, and actually the wave is at a really bad spot. Aurelia can just freeze it right at the tower here. Deny Yorick some XP.
But he's backing.
It's not the worst. I guess he doesn't have teleport though, so.
Yeah.
But not buying items after you get a kill and you were down is a problem. But he didn't actually get much of impact, right? He got a mana crystal and a Doran.
Yep. I think boots or a cloth armor would have been better off. That was a really nice satchel charge from Ziggs there to pop Jarvan, punish Jarvan being a bit aggressive, knock him into the tower, make him burn a flash.
Nice, I missed that play. I was looking at a trade going on bot lane, but. Nothing's happening, so you gotta watch people CSing under tower. Alright, so Skarner and Jarvan actually farming at about the same speed. Jarvan opted to go with 2 wards.
Yep.
Got that kill, so he has a little bit more money to spend.
Yorick's playing really scared here. Like,
one nice thing about Jinx Fiddle is that you can basically do double golems whenever you want. You don't really take much damage at all from it. My guess is they're just trying to shove this lane to break the freeze right now. Which Jinx can certainly do with her rockets. So Ziggs picks up blue buff. Syndra's still without. Jarvan with that red start. More trades top lane.
yeah, so I don't think Yorick's being aggressive enough in this lane. Like, Aurelia's just pushing him around, getting a level farm advantage. Like, look at that CS. Ugh.
He does have no combat stats on his items.
Yeah, but remember, like, his ghouls give him deceptively larger numbers of amount of combat stats, and he sustains so well. Like,
Skarner is 6, coming in bot lane. Oh, that bubble missed. That would have been a kill.
Ward on him.
Yeah, but if that bubble had hit, he could have easily flash ulted. Ziggs was also coming down. Good coordination. Maybe get that last bit of burst from his ult.
I wouldn't
Jarvan.
be surprised if we see Aurelia go for a dive here and get punished by Jarvan. No, or just Jarvan's going in.
Yep, got the slow
Slow
down.
goal.
Almost got creep blocked.
No.
And, yep, showed top lane, so good decision by Do You Even Test, just go right for the dragon.
That said, Fiddlesticks did hit 6. Is he gonna be a hero? Nah, he is. Nice bubble from that.
He was pretty low. Ziggs is really scary to try and contest a dragon against, because you just get poked all day and zoned. Looks like Jarvan coming back top lane.
Yeah, Aurelia's backing because she sees him, but that's enough.
So yeah, Caitlyn up by 20 CS here. That's basically as you would expect.
Yep, they're up 20 in top lane also, and 10 in mid, with 5 in mid, so.
And they got that first dragon.
Yep, very different game from last game. It's really going to come down to, can the Yorick Syndra train...
Oh, and... Oh, that was really
no block.
nice. Yep. Nice tidal wave to stop the block. But yeah, it's Caitlyn's gonna be able to start rotating mid soon.
Gonna dive top.
Oh well, yeah, I'll back up to see that.
It wasn't that exciting. Yorick was just low, Aurelia pops Ignite and just ults him.
Yep, pretty clean kill. And back to live. Skarner thought about maybe just getting some damage on the tower, but Yorick is back with TP.
Yep. And this is the thing with Yorick, is that he can be an immense bully if he just starts bullying you, but if he ever falls behind, he has problems.
Yeah, they'll probably need to look to try and trade for the later dragons in this game, just with the TP advantage Yorick has.
That said, Aurelia going for the Sheen first means that Yorick may be able to trade a little bit better, just because, like, sure, Sheen gives Aurelia better trades, but she doesn't have the movement speed to force a larger, like a longer fight. And Phage also is low on defense stats.
Yeah, Caitlyn's just going to be looking to push the spot lane up all the time.
Yeah, and there's Yorick mids. They're going from mid turret.
Yep.
It's a nice rotation.
Jarvan's there too. Zoning zigs off the turret a little bit.
Yep, and here's where what you were saying about wave clear.
Yep.
Ziggs being the only one.
Well, Caitlyn has it too, but not this early in the game. You're not actually grouped.
Yep.
I think Aurelia should have just kept pushing there. Can afford to show up a couple waves late. So, going Navdeep actually did a pretty good job of clearing out wards. Do you even test? Really wants to press this advantage with Caitlyn, but they don't have great vision bot side. Nami does have her Sightstone, so I'm not sure why there's not more wards down at this point. Maybe one of them was in the mid lane. Syndra gets chunked out of mid.
So this is something about Yorick that a lot of people don't really think about, is Yorick's a really strong pusher, but he's a really weak counter pusher because his AoE is just not strong.
Yeah, it happens in a lot of top lane matchups where as soon as one person can just start auto-attacking the minions, they have total lane control.
Yep. So, yeah, so...
Pink ward gonna see Skarner.
Yorick is a very popular pick in the
he's gonna get an ult. Ooh, the Fear. That was a nicely timed Fear.
Oh, but Jarvan going in. Some miscommunication there, I think. Fiddlesticks goes in the ult, but Jarvan doesn't give him support. He dies.
Yeah, it's really hard to fight Nami not in the open. Anywhere in the jungle,
Yep,
the wave is going to hit pretty much everybody.
Ooh, that's a dead jinx.
They're not actually going to pick up this tower though. Oh, okay, now they do. Yep, so now Caitlyn is just going to be looking to shove up the lane with Peacemaker and then just rotate mid and start sieging. Cephas are able to pick up that mid tower in exchange, but I don't know that they'll actually be able to make going Navdeep will be able to make too much from that mid tower being down. Ziggs just has really good pressure.
Yeah, so Yorick's way ahead on health right here, but I think if he tries to push that, I think Aurelia actually wins the fight.
Yorick's almost out of mana. So.
Yeah, no mana, and that's Aurelia. See, pretty nice.
The Ignite finishes it.
Like, Aurelia often looks like...
Alright, well, Jarvan gets Aurelia Flash, so that mission success. Dragon in 9 seconds, though.
Yeah, so probably more of a failure. I think even if you got a flash and a kill, it wouldn't be worth the loss of a dragon here. Yeah, Aurelia will often look fragile with like 20% health.
Ziggs!
Oh,
okay. They may be able to get in here for something cheeky. Nope.
Yeah. Well, there's the Yorick teleport. Oh. Cinder doesn't have the angle there, but it looks like Nami's gonna die.
Yeah, probably wasn't worth flashing there. Oop. Almost threaded the needle with that Caitlyn ult. Going Navdeep might... Yeah, they have a little bit...
Tower seems like a reasonable choice here.
Yeah, the problem with going for bot is they'll get it, but then it sets up for a really nice siege from Do You Even Test on their mid lane.
That's true, but it looks like they're not going for that. Aurelia's top. Everyone's going bot. Stop the push.
Yep. I think they know they're ahead, and they just want to hit their power spikes.
Oh,
Aurelia not quite at Trinity Force.
Very good play on Jarvan there, not to flag and drag until absolutely necessary.
They do get turned around on though. So right now, the Aurelia should just rotate mid, and all of Do You Even Test should just go right for this mid tower.
Yep.
We'll see what they actually decide to do. Looks like maybe they're just gonna farm out their jungle. And look at all the wards to set up for that dive in bot lane.
I think this is a really greedy boots purchase from Aurelia. She does get that CC reduction on her passive, but against Fiddlesticks and Syndra,
yeah,
Berserker Boots is a bit greedy.
His goal may just be to constantly split push this game though. Take towers down faster. And mission success if he draws the wave clear away. And Caitlyn and Ziggs can just start taking down towers. Yep. So they're just gonna start sieging. And
Yeah,
this
but
game
Syndra not blindsiding me.
this game is going to end pretty quickly if they can just continue sieging. Syndra's wave clear not quite enough by itself yet. Doesn't have quite enough items. So they'll need Jinx as well. And this is really an advantage for Caitlyn.
Yep.
Caitlyn doesn't need quite as many items to get going, particularly during a siege.
Yep. Especially if she just saves up her procs for hitting people.
Yeah, so Aurelia here has a really good opportunity. Oh, yeah, engage mid.
Ooh, but Caitlyn's gonna possibly pay the price, yeah. Really good heads up play from Sethasmar that even though he got flash pulled by Skarner, he still got a kill off of it.
And there's no way that you're gonna siege against the Ziggs here. It's just
unless they go really crazy and bet. They have tools for it. They got Jarvan ult.
They do.
But they're backing off wisely.
Aurelia has enough money for a Triforce and hasn't bought it yet.
Good thing for him it's not Dota, because it looks like he would have been losing some of it if that was the game.
Yeah, no map pressure elsewhere on the map, so easy decision to come up here. Sethasmar should be able to clear this mid wave, but he's in a slightly awkward position
ult's
here.
up though, so he's got a kill opportunity here.
Yeah, they should be able to wave clear this easy, and York's gonna get
probably a top tower, yeah.
Get some free farm. His teleport coming up fairly soon, so I think it'll be up in time for the dragon. So I would really like to see going Navdeep contest this next dragon.
You'll see Aurelia upgraded, got Alacrity upgrades on boots, which I think is really interesting.
Yeah, so it looks like the split push plan from Aurelia. She's just going to try and be as much of a nuisance as possible while the rest of the team splits. Maybe Skarner can come for a dive with Aurelia onto the split lane at some point, but they'll have to watch out for the Jarvan counter engage on their main members.
So you think that's the right call over Furor boots if you're going to go for the move speed enchantment?
I don't play enough Aurelia to know. It certainly gives you better options for running away from a collapse on your split push.
That's true.
Just because you don't have to be autoing people. Do they have the blue timer? Maybe not. So yeah, their Do You Even Test is in their power spike right now.
Yep.
So they're gonna need to continue to snowball this game.
Ooh,
or
Jarvan
the-
gets pincered. Yeah, yep, but he gets it.
or the other team, I feel, will ultimately outscale. Although Ziggs, if he can actually land all his stuff, does a surprising amount of damage in the team fight.
I think it's going to come down to, can they get a Yorick ult on Syndra?
York's getting some nice free farm in here because of his choice of teleport as a summoner.
Yep.
He can just come into this dragon at his leisure. Going Navdeep really needs to be careful not to take too much Ziggs poke while they're waiting, though.
Here they come.
And that's not the best ward for Yorick to teleport to, but really nice position on that Jarvan ult.
So here's a Syndra ghost.
Yep.
Anything out there?
So that ends up as a 3 for 2 trade. Yep.
But they got the dragon off of it, probably. Might not
I
be
don't-
a 3 for 2,
I don't
might be a 2 for 4.
That was almost a kill, actually. If that net had hit, the Q would have also hit. But Caitlyn did burn a flash for it. I don't think that was actually necessary. They could have just taken the dragon without that.
Yeah, so that fight, I think, pretty firmly cements D to test in this game, and like a pretty strong lead.
Yes, particularly because they were able to pick up the dragon afterwards.
Yep.
Unless we're gonna see a sneaky Baron.
I'm not sure I
No,
like
okay.
Fiddlesticks not finishing the Frost Green's claim. What do you think?
It would
Like-
certainly be very good against Aurelia.
Right, like I want him to have that for disengage. And Skarner.
It looks like they just feel that they're gonna need to actually win a Wombo team fight at this point in the
Yeah.
game, and so he's looking to pick up that Zonia's.
The team's turret has been destroyed.
Stuff happening all over the map.
Jarvan getting aggressive. And
Yeah.
Jarvan's been making some very risky plays this game and getting punished for them, and it's not been good for his team. And
Yeah, and we're really seeing the squishiness of Fiddle here, so I think the Zonia's pick actually does make quite a bit of sense. He may not instantly die when Skarner tries to pick him off. Because his goal really is to just stay around in the team fights to provide as much peel for Jinx as possible. Getting some more aggressive wards down now.
I don't like this Sunfire Cape pickup on Jarvan. He did it last game, he's going for it again this game. Like, I don't think it really meshes with their team comp, and his team really, like, they need to win team fights, so they need team items.
Yeah, I feel like Aranduin's would be
Rando's
much
would
better
be
here.
fantastic. And they're gonna need eventually they're probably gonna want to have a Locket also.
Skarner almost up again. Yeah, now going Navdeep is in a tough spot here because they need to keep vision up in their jungle, maybe try and get a pick, but you do waste a lot of gold buying pink wards and then not being able to protect them. So it's really kind of a balance between finding the right defensive place to place them where you can actually defend.
Yep. So here's a minor win for going Navdeep. Look out!
Yep.
Yep.
Good awareness by both teams.
Yorick's almost done with his Muramana, which would be a nice little power
Alright,
bump
so
for him.
do you even test? Gonna have to. Oh no, they're sending Caitlyn back to deal with this Jinx. I thought they were gonna have to try and race here, but Jinx
So,
might get this tower though.
yeah, and Caitlyn has the item advantage here, but who do you think actually wins a 1v1 fight? I think Jinx is the champion. Just her raw stats.
Caitlyn might just because of the range and the EQ combo with R, but or if you get the Infinity Edge crit first.
Or you get creep blocked also. Wow.
But so that was the Infinity Edge crit on the first auto was pretty big there, but Jinx can just lay down traps and then just run away. Right, he got the tower and got out. That was his goal. If I was the Jinx there, basically, so both of them are really squishy and they both have IE Shiv. So whoever gets more autos in is basically gonna win that fight. I would say Caitlyn wins if Jinx doesn't already have the attack speed passive up, because Caitlyn has longer range, but if Jinx has the attack speed passive up already and can switch to rockets, then she probably takes it. But almost, with those items, it's almost just about who gets luckier with crits.
Yeah.
Which is that the only source of randomness left in League? Crits?
Ooh, we're really going down. That might be the opening that Navdeep needs to get back in this game. You'll notice that they've narrowed the gold gap to 3K.
They have indeed. Jarvan's bot lane, so no real Baron pressure after that kill.
Yep.
Looks like he's
other
just
randomness in this game.
Trying to turn the waves.
Twisted Fate?
What's random about it?
I think he gets 1 to 5 gold on auto.
Oh yeah, that's right. His new passive. Yeah, they remove dodge.
There's the random times that certain skills just don't work.
This is also true, right? It has some bugs that are not deterministic.
Yep.
Looking for more picks. Seems good with Syndra and Jarvan, and Jinx can stack that. Nice ward over the wall.
That was good.
Yeah, but Ziggs can just chuck bombs in there all day. He's got blue.
Yep.
It's kind of like Kog'Maw.
Yeah.
Really? you can just, you know, brush check all day.
Yeah, so it looks like teams are posturing for this dragon at 17 seconds.
But yeah, Do You Even Test really needs to get this dragon because they're kind of in danger of getting outscaled. They need to keep snowballing this lead.
Yep, there's the dragon. So let's see this fight.
And let's see how Yorick ults again. It's going to be key. And where Skarner chooses to use his ult as well. Fight battle. Oh, that Ziggs ult. I think it hit everyone.
Yeah, this fight's over. And yeah, that's a 5 for 1. But they did get the dragon, so it was only a 1k swing before this Baron.
Yeah. Baron is the right call here. They might have time for a tower and a Baron, but they'll be able to get the towers after anyway. And at this point in the game, they do Baron pretty quickly. There is a humongous wave on their bot tower, but so if they actually didn't win that fight, it might have been an inhibitor loss for them on bot side.
Honestly, Yorick might have been able to do some cute stuff with the teleport there, but that window's passed.
Yeah, the creeps by themselves got the tower to half.
Yep.
Alright, so they're definitely back in a solid position here, up 7k gold, but it's not actually as big as it seems. Aurelia going defensive item second, so it's going to be more useful in a dive.
Very true, very true.
We'll see how many towers they can get off this Baron. They still do need to keep extending their lead. But with Ziggs Caitlyn, I think they should be able to get down a tower or two.
Looks like Nami's gonna get a Zanya Fiddlesticks does. Poor
And
guy.
I really think Aurelia should be bot lane here, not top.
Yep.
Just getting the bot tower is so much better for Baron pressure.
Also, like, that's the more dangerous lane to have pushing against you
Right.
because it's a push all the way.
Alright. Gonna have to keep my eyes on the mini-map for this to see when the engages happened. Going Navdeep's blue buff is actually up. They should really try and get that on Ziggs. They'll be able to do a lot more spamming. Looks like their plan is to just have Aurelia try and get some damage on this tower, but...
I think it's going to be that easy with Yorick.
Got the cannon wave, but Caitlyn is a little bit scared of the Syndra stun into Jarvan while they do get Jinx chunked out, so I think this tower is gone.
So I think Aurelia is actually losing fights to Yorick here. She really doesn't do very much damage to him unless she has her E10 style up. And even then he just sustains it all back.
Okay, they're rotating up to top.
Yeah, that's the right plan.
I think they still could have taken mid. Jinx was in base, but the more they keep pressuring, the more Sephasmar is going to run out of mana here. They got a nice bomb onto him, and now it's really dangerous for him to stay. Skarner no flash though, so
That tower's down.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
but
They
that
probably
did
should
take
have abandoned that tower earlier.
that did take 3/4 of their Baron.
That's true. I think they possibly wanted to abandon that a bit earlier so that they could have healed. Like, they might have been able to get some damage on an inhibitor charges because going Navdeep was also low.
Yep. I think they played that reasonably well. I think the main mistake is just not pushing in the bot lane.
Yep.
The top lane is much late in the game with Baron. Ziggs takes a chunk, but
Yep, Yorick's not there, so Cinder just gets picked by Skarner.
and that'll be probably just the game.
Yep, they got a wave.
Skarner is impossible to run away from. Honestly, I think they could end the game without a wave.
Yeah, I believe that.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Skarner and Aurelia can just trade off tanking the tower. Fiddle trying to be the hero, but just a little too late.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Alright, well congratulations to Do You Even Test. They will be playing in the finals Friday next week.
1-1 now.
Hmm?
They lost the last game. It's 1-1.
Oh, did I have the wrong score up? I had the wrong score up then.
Yep. Yep, Singe didn't win the last game.
Oh, you're right. Purple side. Okay. Well, I had the wrong score up. Apologies to the viewers, but
Yeah.
let's see. I am debating whether I want to stay around for the last game. I guess I will. All right. So I'm going to stop the stream to cut the video, and we'll be back.